good morning, everybody.
Good morning, everybody.
Welcome to LegacyKnitz episode 62, I think.
We think.
Yeah, my name is Chelsea.
My name is Sue.
I am the daughter mother.
I am the mother grandmother. Oh, I gotta get used to that. Mother grandmother.
Yep, we're getting there every day.
I like you say daughter mother.
Daughter mother. This is a podcast about me clearing my throat constantly. No, it's about knitting, crocheting, yarn dyeing, cross stitching, rug hooking, all of the fiber crafts that you could possibly think of.
All of them.
And Mom is the dyer behind the LegacyKnitz. I mean, we never say this. Mom is the dyer behind the Legacy Fiber Arts yarn line, and I kind of help facilitate the business. Actually, should we talk about that?
Let's talk about that. And you have been the dyer, and when you dye, it's fantastic. But I am stealing your dye books because at this moment in your living situation, I am not comfortable, and I don't think you are either, with that little tiny baby inhaling yarn fumes because you live in a very concentrated, small area.
Definitely. Yeah. It's just not ideal. The whole situation isn't ideal. So eventually I will be contributing to the dyeing portion, even if it's in a small way. But until we move out of this apartment, Mom will continue to carry the weight of our dyeing business on her back.
Oh, but I have to say, well, let's talk about it.
Yeah. So work already knows, and my God, you watched my shorty. My voice is just gone because I don't use it enough.
You don't use it. You should be singing during the day. Pretty soon you will be reading to Lily. Yes. And interacting, like talking with her more, because that's going to shift a lot. I know you already talk to her a lot, but it shifts a little, like, so Lily, now I'm going to go into the kitchen and cook dinner.
Yeah. Maybe I should just start that now so that I can get rid of this. Ugh.
Well, and the Stokeses, not typically me, because I'm not originally a Stokes, have very froggy throats.
Oh, it drives me nuts.
It's a thing.
So, anyway, besides that, I have decided to quit my daytime job, which was a very, very hard decision to make, and I am still very sad about it, but I left everything on good terms. I've made so many good friends there. I won't be completely gone because Justin is still working for the same company. And I'm just so grateful for the time that I had there because it was life-changing.
It was a great, great job.
It was. And who knows?
Great company.
What's that?
Great company.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We've talked about it in previous episodes. They're standouts. So, and who knows what the future holds. I may or may not have the opportunity to go back, but after Lily was born, Justin and I made the joint decision that we're more comfortable with me staying home and raising Lily. And because we have this wonderful business, thanks to all of you, it's afforded me the opportunity to really dive headfirst into the back end of the business. So,
which is so great for me.
Yeah, and I mean it's been slow going. I mean it's a little bit more every week, but I guess that's to be expected with taking care of Lily as well. So, but anyway,
I have to say I can't remember if I've shared this with you. I know I've shared it with others at times. I remember in my 40s I was desperate to create a business because a lot of my 40s I was just a mom, and just is not a word, but I had all the mom duties, and I was so grateful to be able to get you to all the places you needed to get, the three of you. And so, but I was always desperately looking for another opportunity. Mm-hmm. And the main reason I wanted that other opportunity is I was hoping it would be an opportunity for both of us, because you also were an artist, and although at that time you weren't knitting, you weren't stitching, you were busy. You had a busy life anyways. Mm-hmm. But in my mind, I always wanted to create a business for us. And it's so weird because I want to say I was fortunate enough to stay home with you guys. And it was a choice we made. It was a choice, and we had to give up a lot in order to do that. But I also always worked from home. Mm-hmm. I had my design business when you guys were little, and it's really hard to work from home. Don't let anyone fool you because you're not considered working.
Hmm.
Like I keep saying, no, Chelsea's not going back to work, and people think you're not working,
Right.
and it's working so much harder when you're doing both. But anyways, my dream was to create this business so that when you had children, you would have that opportunity if you wanted it.
Hmm.
It's just kind of weird.
It's amazing. It's that I feel like it's part law of attraction, it's part putting one foot in front of the other and trusting where the universe is leading you. It's that whole, because you've told me that before, and that I feel like I go to that a lot whenever I feel like I have no idea where anything is going, and like how are we ever going to buy a house, and where are we going to live, and where's she going to go to school. I always go back to that, like you saying that story and just knowing like wherever I'm
It
supposed to.
takes care of itself.
Exactly. As long as you put in the work and you're
Hmm.
trying to move forward.
It does. And it's funny because this business was not planned
Right. No.
at all. This business just organically kept unfolding, unfolding, and unfolding. And we continue to follow where it was unfolding to. So it's quite crazy.
Hmm.
It's quite crazy. So, anyways, not to go off the path.
No. I think that that's a great addition to what we were talking about. So yeah, we wanted to make that announcement just so you all knew. So
So, you are full time.
I'm full time, and I feel like that will lead into one administrative thing. If you guys need anything, have any questions, want to contact us in any way,
Yes.
we respond. The two places that we always check every single day now, like we always do, but it hasn't always been on a daily basis for me at least, will be our Etsy inbox and our Gmail email account, and they're both going to be put in the down bar. um, those are the two places that you can best reach us. You can certainly message us on Instagram if you want to, but there's no guarantee that we will see it. Or
The problem with Instagram is um, if we don't follow you, it goes into a different box.
mm-hmm.
That's a box that I don't check that often. And because our feeds are big, I don't always follow people.
Mm-hmm.
It's really Instagram for us is pre- pretty much business.
Mm-hmm.
Business and family.
Yes, agreed. And another good point that you just reminded me of is I don't know if anybody has discovered this. I know they've been promoting it a little while on Instagram, but you can follow hashtags, which
Yes.
which is what I've started doing. So if you want to follow what like the business or what people are making with our yarn, I know I follow the Legacy Fiber Arts hashtag. I believe I follow the LegacyKnitz hashtag. There are a handful that I follow so that we do have eyes on you guys when you hashtag or when you tag us.
Yes, and I love when that happens. As a yarn creator, I love to see how it's being used. I really have to run and get a tissue.
Go get a tissue.
Sorry, my nose is like nonstop. Hold on one second.
While Mom is gone, I'll talk about what I'm drinking. This morning I am drinking jasmine green tea, which is delicious. I haven't had it in so long. I'm talking about my tea while you were gone.
I'm more concerned about the mug.
The mug, I know. These you've fallen in love with. I'm gonna slowly start collecting them for you. It is Doghouse Pottery. I tag them in all of my posts because I'm always drinking out of her stuff or eating out of her stuff. They're my favorite.
Her pottery it's so Vermont.
Yes, I agree.
It's so Vermont. It's so earth. I love the real earthy stuff. I just love it. And I think she's so talented.
Is Amanda is, and she's so driven, such a good businesswoman, and I can't say enough good things about her. But yeah,
Yeah.
I'm always drinking out of my.
Maybe over the summertime, I would love to meet her. Love to meet her.
Oh,
And I am going to start getting her pottery because I love it.
and she's
And
constantly expanding, and like she is still in that. Like, well, she probably will always be in the phase of just constantly. She has these ideas, and she always brings them to life. She is one of the hardest workers that I've ever known. So it's kind of cool. It's cool to watch.
it's so cool.
Yeah. So anyway, that's what I'm drinking.
Very fun. I'm drinking water. So do we finish all the business stuff? I think we did.
I think so. Well, so I have a prize giveaway that is very overdue.
Yes.
I drew for
You had a baby. You had a baby.
had a baby. It was during the holidays. I should have had the foresight to know that it was going to be too much, but unfortunately I didn't, and I wanted to tackle it. But anyway, a while back we co-hosted the eyeballing knit shawl knit along with Knit Traders, and I have finally drawn the prize. I locked up all of the threads when I was supposed to. I just have not gotten around to drawing for the prize yet. And it was a pretty small thread too, so your chances were there was only 16 finished objects entered, or 15 because not including the first one.
So there's only 15 people that are a little upset. That's good to know.
I'm so sorry for those 15 people.
No,
because
I agree. I do, and you know what I have to say, because I was not really connected with it. It was kind of your thing.
Yeah.
I totally forgot, and then you brought it up last week, and I was like, "Oh my god, that entered my head once, and I couldn't remember where we left it." So yes, to you 15 people, we are so sorry. We will make up for it.
Yes, absolutely. Well, we are drawing for the prize today. Or I've already drawn for the prize this morning. And what you're going to be receiving, oops, my mouse just moved. Okay. What you will be receiving is a skein of Jumpin' Jellyfish in our steel toes base, as well as one of our enamel pins.
So fun. That is a colorway. That is your colorway, and it is one of my favorites. And I have the recipe. I'm going to try to read. It's going to be interesting because dyers could have all the same recipe. That should be a test someday. We all have the same recipe, and let's see how they come out.
Like the Great British Bake Off.
Yeah. The great
American dye pot.
Darn it. Quickly, copyright that. Whatever you do.
Trademark.
Trademark.
That just reminded me of the episode of The Office where Michael walks out of the break room and he declares bankruptcy. He just, I declare bankruptcy.
I don't remember that one.
Oh, it's one of my favorite episodes. For any Office fans out there, you'll appreciate that.
I feel like I've seen every episode and that is not ringing a bell with me.
It's so good. I'll figure out which episode it is and send it to you.
So do we know who won that?
We do. So I did a random number generator through Google, which is awesome. I just typed in the Google bar, like, find me a number between 2 and 16, and it just pops it right up. It's amazing.
Easy.
The winning number was number 3, Jolene. Her Ravelry name is Jolene. I believe it's spelled or pronounced Jolene. It's Joline. She's from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, and I'm going to put in pictures of her shawl here. Her photography was beautiful. The shawl came out gorgeous. So I'm going to put pictures on the screen so you guys can actually see what she knit. She did the eyeball shawl, not the oracle, because both were patterns that you...
Oh, that's right. That's right.
But she did the eyeball shawl, and it was beautiful. So thank you so much for participating, Jolene, and everybody else out there. I'm sorry for the delay. Hopefully you enjoy your yarn and your enamel pin. And
because we were remiss, if we don't hear from Jolene, we will reach out to her. Typically, we want people to reach out to us, but we will reach out to her.
Absolutely.
Because she's probably given up.
Yes, because I know I would have.
I know, along with everyone else. So we will either reach out to her on Ravelry or... Yeah. We're so bad at Ravelry. Never contact us in Ravelry.
Yes, if you want to contact us and get any sort of a fast answer, Ravelry is not the way. I'm slowly starting to dig through the backlog for our Ravelry messages.
And I'm so overwhelmed by mine that I just ignore them.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of them are friend whatever.
Most of them are friend things.
Mm-hmm.
Most of them, but I should go through.
Yeah. Yeah, because, anyway, we won't go down that rabbit hole. But yes, I will, Jolene, don't even worry about contacting me. I will contact you right after this is done.
Perfect.
And I will keep my eagle eyes out on my Ravelry inbox to see when you respond.
Yes.
Okay, now I think we're all done with the administrative.
Oh my gosh, that's so good. We have a lot to share today.
Do you want to kick it off since I've been talking the whole time?
Okay, let's talk about the rabbit in the room. You're never good at this.
I'm not.
You're so bad at it.
So bad. Rabbit in the room. Hang on.
The elephant in the room.
I thought maybe the rabbit was like a reference to like, oh, I know what it is.
Elephant in the room.
What are you wearing, Mama?
Thank you. I can't believe I thought it was the rabbit.
Well, I thought it was like a like a reference to what you were talking about, and I'm like, oh wow,
No,
maybe
you know what it is? We we went to see Aztec Two Step last Sunday, which is an old school band, like small band, very much New England. Grew up with them, college years, like so super cool. Went and saw them last Sunday in this little tiny venue, crazy. And my favorite song that they sing is The Rabbit in the Moon. And I keep listening to it because I love The Rabbit in the Moon. I think
rabbit in
no,
the moon, rabbit in the room.
okay, here it is. The elephant in the room.
Look at it.
Oh my god, you guys.
So beautiful. So what is the pattern?
Okay, so it is, oh gosh, A Girl's Best Friend Shawl.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot remember that for my life, by Isabell Kraemer. Oh my gosh.
It,
We were talking about this before we started. If you are using our yarns for shawls, Cozy Toes is the only way to go.
mm-hmm.
Honestly, I don't know. Because we just started knitting with our own yarns, which is absolutely ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that before.
Same. It is gorgeous. That Mayor colorway.
Oh.
Ugh. It gets
And the Mayor colorway is so unique.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't sure about it because it's very different and I love it. So I've gotten so that I don't follow patterns because my brain, either I go into a trance when I'm knitting and I just don't pay attention. 99% of this is following the pattern, but then I also made some choices around it. I only wanted people to need 3 skeins of yarn because to buy that fourth, I mean, a lot of people are willing to, and then they use it for socks or whatever. But if it's an issue for you, you don't need it. I left out one whole row of, I don't know if this is called teardrop, but it's 8 rows create, if I'm remembering correctly, one teardrop.
Yes.
One of the main reasons I stopped doing is I was sick to death of doing them. Now, having said that, it is a very enjoyable shawl, but every 3 stitches, you have to make 5 stitches and then knit them and then decrease them. And it's beautiful, but I was tired
Mm-hmm.
and the rows were getting super long.
Mm-hmm.
As long as, well, again, for me, this band is thinner than this band, I think you're fine. The next thing was there was a whole row of bobble stitches, which again, so much extra knitting. I also wanted this to have a very classic look.
Mm-hmm.
For me, the bobble stitch would not have made it a very classic look. I think there would have come a time when I would have said, what's up with those bobble stitches?
Mm-hmm.
Like right now, I would love them, but in 5 years, it might be something for me that would date it.
Mm-hmm.
So, and again, I was tired of knitting. I wanted this done. I want to wear this shawl. So I do not even know because my numbers weren't the same if that's what that section's supposed to look like here or that's supposed to be more of a seed stitch area. I don't care. I love it.
Beautiful.
And then I went right down to the ribbing.
Yep.
And that I think they just say do it till as long as you want. And again, I wanted it thicker. Like she's got great design elements in this. So I wanted more weight down here. Then I wanted the I-cord bind off.
Yes. And what kind of bind off? She just calls for a regular bind off, you
I
said?
think a regular one. And I saw somebody on Instagram that did a regular one and created scallops.
Oh, you were saying that. Yeah. Super.
Yeah. And again, that's not a look that I wanted. I love the I think I'm going to I-cord bind off anything and everything possible.
I know. It is so, it's to me because the first time I ever did an I-cord bind off it, I always say it's so Stephen West, but it's so not. It's so everybody that does.
It's so classic. It's a classic look again. Now you say, really, Sue, you want a classic look? And you put those on?
But
I love them.
yes.
I can cut them off.
Mm-hmm. But for right now, they're so fun.
For right now, I am in love with them. I love the size. Yes, it is blocked. Ends are woven in, and I am wearing it. Can you believe that? I have not finished anything in forever. So it's this makes it crazy off balance. I love it.
I think it's so cute. It is a
It's
blue finished object.
it's so cute. I used originally I was gonna do all three colors, one of each color, and then I'm like, I love the mayor and the pom pom.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. How did I make that pom pom so perfect? Because I am not a pom pom maker.
What did you? Clover.
Clover.
Mm-hmm.
I love them. Love them. Love them. I had to watch the video. I was very verklempt over the whole thing. I was like, what? How? And I still have to physically go like that. And then when they on the video, and then they're like, just pull it apart.
Yeah.
I did not know they came apart. I'm like, I pom poms are very tedious, so I made one other that I will show in a while. I was tired of making pom poms by the time I finished because I was bound and determined to have what I have done for the podcast today done.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, there's no way, because if I put them down now and I show them pom pomless or ends woven, it won't get done.
Mm-hmm. Because you'll just be like, oh, I showed it and it was pretty much done.
Yeah. This podcast is keeping me on point.
Yes. I kind of feel the same way. Kind of.
Yes.
I'm also.
So I went right to finished object.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, I'll show mine. I posted them on Instagram and I've already worn them once, but they are my Party Pom Pom slippers by the Wooliers. And I knit this out of our new chunky or bulky base, out of the Jess Mariano colorway. Exactly. And I love them. These, okay, let me tell you what I thought. So these are knit with size 10, US 10 needles. I made really big pom-poms, as you can see. I posted a picture on Instagram too, so if you want to see more of a still shot of me actually wearing them, you can go over there. So what, yes, the big clover pom-pom.
Big clover pom pom.
That's what I used for. And so I had 2 skeins of our bulky yarn when I started, and this is how much I have left. Just as reference for anybody.
Okay. And that's doing the size small, which is 6 to 8.
Yeah.
There's piano's being started. I was like, what is that noise? There's so much stretch in these. So it's so hard to know. I think you could even do larges.
I think you could do larges if you did small pom-poms.
Small. We were talking about this on Periscope this morning. Or do a different color pom-pom. Yeah. Like go get a really pretty, inexpensive skein of black, bulky. They're going to look just as beautiful. Or purple. Literally, I would go to like a big box store. Lion brand, I believe, would be a good chunky yarn, and use that for the matching pom-poms.
It's such a, if I didn't have enough, that's exactly what I would have done.
Yeah, I was considering doing the same to see how much. Okay, so I'll show mine too, but mine's only a half finished object.
And that's the Kirk colorway.
Kirk. Now, but this is what you have to see. Oh my gosh, there's so much stretch. Because I'm probably an 8, size 8.
And I'm a 7.
And I would have never made the smallest size ever. I would have immediately. I was like, oh, I'll make the mediums. They would be way too big. Yep. Because you want them to be tight fitting. So I would almost like hold it up to your foot. I would almost do 2 inches less
than the pattern calls for?
Than the size of your foot.
Yes. Well, and when you buy the pattern, there's a whole sizing guide on the second page.
Yes.
Because they only do like small, medium, large, but then they are quick, they do note on the bottom, like you can make them for any size.
I think these are the most incredible things I've ever seen.
They're great. Oh my God. They're great gift knits.
They are. They're a treat though. I mean, because of the cost, it's definitely a treat. Yep. Or for someone incredibly special that will appreciate them. Having said that, I think they're worth every penny.
I do too. They're quick. This is a weekend project. If you...
Afternoon.
Exactly. This is like if you just had a baby, a weekend project.
Yes. I would say to do the knitting, it's a day. a
Oh,
good solid, like curl up by the fire. I feel like it took me about 2 hours
I would say that's
to
probably,
make one.
yep, that's probably about the same for me. They're amazing. And do you want to know what else I was so surprised with? Because this bulky base is new to our shop, we hadn't knit with it prior to this. And I was a little bit concerned about, well, one, it's a single ply. And I was worried, but the nylon content, it is so steel sturdy. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not worried at all about them wearing out.
No, because I had the opportunity to get a chunky that had a twist
Mm-hmm.
with no nylon or a single with nylon. And the nylon content is pretty high, 20%. So it's 80/20, and I chose the one with the nylon over the twist.
And honestly, I feel like without the twist, the colors show up so much more. Like it's the colors are the star of the show with this base.
Yeah, I tend to agree. So what we have for colorways for anyone that's like, oh, what colorways do you have right now? And I'm going to dye up some more of the mayor because someone said, oh, I didn't get the mayor and I wanted it. It's sold out. So we have Lily P.
Hey.
In case you wanted to not see the colorway, just my hand.
It's
Sorry.
a beautiful hand.
Lily P. Avon Calling.
I love that color.
And it is so funny how I love dyeing bulky yarn.
Yeah, I know.
It takes color totally different. Kirk
Gorgeous.
and Jess.
Love it. Love it. And all of those colors have such great, like you were saying, to get to do a contrasting pom-pom. Like I'm almost kicking myself for not doing that because I feel like it would look so cool. Just have like a solid.
I see black on that one.
Totally. Me too.
Black. I see turquoise on this one. I almost see like an orange on this one.
Me too.
And then Lily P, I would almost go with that green.
Yeah.
That spearmint green or even white or cream.
Mm-hmm.
Love it.
Okay, so more fun.
So yeah, so that is our chunky yarn, which we're in love with.
Yes, in love. Like I actually really want to find a hat pattern to knit with it. I would love a chunky hat.
I agree. I was thinking the same thing. Even a cowl.
Yes, yes.
A cowl would be I love a chunky cowl. Big, just I used to make this one pattern. It was a Plymouth pattern with a yarn over. I'll try to see if I can find it because it would be gorgeous.
Absolutely.
And I feel like it was a free Plymouth pattern.
Ooh, okay, yeah, let's see if we can try
It
and
was like yarn over. Remember I made them one Christmas fingerless mitts. It was fingerless mitts and those cowls. I might not have made you one.
I'm gonna say it's not ringing a bell for me.
I might not have made you one.
I don't know, but yeah, but we'll look for it. We'll look for it anyway.
We'll look for it. It's beautiful.
Awesome.
What else have you been working on?
So I've been working on my I Smell Snow shawl. There's not a huge amount of progress to show yet. When I join the second color, that's when I'll bring it back onto the podcast to show you guys.
I agree.
It's a lot of knitting. But I did start my green project. And I am so in love with it. And you've said this since the day you cast yours on. It's your favorite knit. It is so. I didn't get super far, but I did just cast it on a day.
You got super far. I'm going to go grab all the yarns so people can see them together. Keep talking about it.
I'll start talking. So this is the Exploration Station by Stephen West. Ooh, I actually meant to take this one off. It is so much fun to knit. I am knitting it out of our Cozy Toes base, like Mom did for her A Girl's Best Friend shawl. I am using, Mom will show the colorways, but so great.
I have to twist one.
What's that?
I have to twist one.
Fine. I'm using Grey Gardens, Guac, Crack in the Sidewalk, Castle on the Hill, and that's all of them. And then I have this cute little Progress Keeper from Super Miniatures, little green tea.
Love it.
And I'm knitting them. So my zings came in. I talked about my nap time shorties, how I ordered a pair. My interchangeable zings came in. I am obsessed. And Mom, we've talked about this recently, I think a couple days ago maybe, because right now, for whatever reason, my Haya sharps are proving to be very sharp. So sharp, in fact, that I keep splitting yarn and I can't knit like without looking, which is what I really like to do. I can for a little while, but I'm so nervous that I'm going to start splitting the stitches and not realize. But these ones are just a little bit duller, so that I know I'm not splitting anything. So here they are.
You know what I think that is? Like, as you were talking about it, and then yesterday, I feel like when you're not knitting with them, like, obsessively, that's when it happens because you lose that feel. Because I was finding the same thing, and I can't remember what I was knitting on, and then I was really knitting, and I got that back where it was I wasn't splitting.
I'm slowly getting there after I'm at like 200 and some stitches on my I Smell Snow Shawl, and I'm kind of getting there.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're absolutely right. I think if
I
I
think I don't know why, but I think it's probably like muscle memory or something.
totally.
Yeah.
But these are kind of solving my problem for now. And I did get the interchangeable sets. At least for this one, the what is it?
Join.
Thank you. The join is beautiful, beautiful, and
I love the zings. Ours are in.
yes. Oh, there are
No, Tuesday.
Thursday.
I think she said Tuesday.
Oh, okay, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll text her.
Yeah.
We're talking about Kelly at Must Love Yarn. She
Yeah.
ordered.
She ordered us the double points, and I'm so excited that I'm going to have so many of them.
Yeah.
I can't remember how many I asked for, but whatever she got me is perfect.
Any more than what we have now is amazing.
I know. I just want to cast on all the socks. That's ridiculous.
Oh, I'm with you. Yeah, I actually ended up ordering more of these because I kind of want to move my I Smell Snow Shawl onto a set of these.
Because you're really enjoying them. What size are those?
These are size US 6s, which I believe, 4 millimeters. And I right now I have this on a 32-inch cord, but I also purchased a 40-inch cord to switch it over to when it got bigger. But
I just love, I'll show these while I'm holding them.
yes.
Look at me.
We do have those all stocked in the shop for anybody.
All stocked in the shop. Love them. It's so funny because Cracking the Sidewalk is one of my favorite colorways, but I wasn't sure it would be other people's. People are loving that colorway.
I'm obsessed. It's just a lovely, like, subtle, I don't know. I love it.
I love anything with gray.
Me too. You are.
With gray, white, and black.
Mm-hmm.
And then a pop of color I love.
It's beautiful. That's the...
Yeah. I cannot even tell you how much I love how that shawl looks, and even more than that, like I honestly could cast on that exact same shawl.
Mm-hmm. Well, somebody I saw, I think it was over the weekend, somebody purchased all of these skeins, and it was so funny. They left a note and it was like, "I'm a Chelsea copycat and I'm proud of it," or something like that. And I wanted to be like, "Girl, that's why I do it." So if anybody else do it,
it's just perfect.
Yeah, and so much fun. Thank you. It is so much fun to knit on. I highly recommend the pattern. It's so funny because I went to my Ravelry library and I was like, I swear I have this pattern somewhere. Why isn't it in here? It's because it was in my book.
Oh, yes. I have it in my library for sure. I know you have it because did you do the mystery knit? No, you didn't.
No.
That was his best mystery knit along ever.
I always forget that it was his mystery knit along.
Yes.
But so I'm just so excited to be able to like be using this book again because like when we first bought it, like I truly think I will end up knitting every pattern in here because I
do love that book.
Yeah, it just makes the purchase so worth it. So for any Stephen West fans,
love it. I cannot wait till you get to the brioche. The other thing about that shawl is I really think it's one of the fastest knitting shawls. It goes so fast. And I remember the one that I've lived in before this. Now I'm going to live in this. People are going to be like, just change it up a little. Bring that other old one back that you wore every day. But mine sat and sat and sat. I got to the brioche and I put it down. And I think it sat for well over a year. And when I finally pulled it out and finished it, I don't know what motivated me. But when I did, I was so annoyed with myself. I honestly do think I'm going to cast another one on.
I think you should. It's honestly, you'll be done with it so quickly because now brioche is not even an issue. Because I feel like that might have been what stopped you before.
No. It's a little bit of an issue. It'll only take me 1 second, but it is. If somebody said, "How do you do brioche?" I'd be like, "I don't know. Go look it up."
It'll come
I look it up every time.
and there's nothing wrong. I do that with so many things. So
Yes, I look it up every time. So the next thing, oh my gosh, I am mid-row. Why did I? Oh, because I was sitting here knitting on it.
yes.
I swear, I talked about it on Periscope. I swear I have knitting fairies because everyone's like, you knit so fast. And I'm like, I don't. And I don't even knit that much.
Uh-huh.
I don't know how I got this much done. I'm so mad I'm halfway.
Just it looks good. I think it looks great. So what is the pattern?
It is, help me.
The road trip shawl?
No.
Nope.
Color.
Colorfield shawl. What is the road trip shawl?
Oh, it's right here.
Oh,
I know what the road trip is.
shawl is her other shawl that I knit out of. It's her other shawl pattern. Sorry, it's the color field.
Color Field.
Color field.
Is this the one that you did that was yellow?
Yes.
Okay. Color Field by Kemper Wray, who is lovely. I got the opportunity to meet her at Vogue Knitting Live, which was so sweet because I didn't know if she would even know who I was. And I was going in to buy yarn for you. And she was like, oh, hey, Sue. And I'm like, oh, that's so sweet that she knew who I was. It made me feel really nice. She's lovely.
Well,
lovely, lovely.
we should say she has the Junk Yarn podcast on YouTube, and she is the dyer behind the Junk Yarn yarn.
Mm-hmm. Yes, yes. So there we go.
Oh, so gorgeous.
Again, I believe I knit in a trance-like state because my numbers are all off and it couldn't be an easier shawl. Oh. So I think what happened is I didn't do the correct number of rows. Like this probably was supposed to be a little wider. I don't know.
It looks beautiful.
It does. And you know what? I don't care as long as I want to get to the correct number for the border because the border, I have to see yours. The border is a little different.
It's awesome.
I know, but I can't figure out. I feel like the center stitch is supposed to be the slip stitch so that you maintain your center. We can look later.
I have a crying Lily. So we are recording. Okay, we're back.
We're back. Lily's happy. It's not that she wasn't happy. She just woke up from her bedtime.
Hungry.
And I knit to the end, so I can now show.
Amazing.
This is a very shallow shawl,
which I love.
It is going to be my Easter shawl, I think, either that or this one. And a shallow shawl sounds like it would be cozy because it's DK. I think if it was gigantically big, it would be hot.
Yes.
Although this one is very hot. Okay, let me see your border. Oh my gosh.
Can you see it? Oh yeah.
I don't know what the heck I did wrong.
What do you mean?
In my numbers. Like, because look, I'm going to count again. Did you follow her counting chart?
I don't know.
I didn't even know it was there.
I don't know. I might.
So, like, after you finished a certain section, this is how many stitches you would have.
I might have. I feel like so long ago.
I have to get to 261 stitches.
Are you doing the large size or the normal size?
Normal.
That's what I did too. Because she didn't have the large when I made it, but
it's so pretty. So okay, so let me see that center line.
Oh, here. Let's do this.
Sorry, that
was that's okay. I was just showing people.
Okay, go all the way down to the border.
I just can't see what I'm doing.
Okay, no, it's not really.
Yeah, no, unless I did it wrong, but there's
no. Now let me see how many. Oh, wait, let me see yours again. 1, 2. No, see, I'm adding another one on. We'll see. I don't know. It's so simple. I think I'm just overthinking it at this point. Probably. I really think I am. So yeah, but I would like to think I'm going to finish this.
Oh, I'm sure you will. This was truly one of my, I say that every time, one of my favorite knits. It was so fast and it blocked out really, really well.
Yeah. You know what I'm loving? Well, before I forget.
Yes.
So Saltwater Taffy and Spearmint.
So beautiful.
Love, love, love. Even blocking this one, I wet it, I spun dry it, I laid it on my blocking board to kind of shape it for just a little while, one pin at the point, and then I took it off and hung it on my rack.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and it really didn't need a lot of work.
That's good. That means I feel like that means your tension was really good, right?
Yes, I don't know.
Yeah.
Look at me with all my shawls.
I know. And you are
And
a shawl knitter typically.
I haven't knit a shawl in forever.
No. You got the bug.
Got the bug. And did I already show the one I'm going to make next?
No. Did you tell me about it?
I am not sure. I got to find it. I was showing it on my Periscope. The suburban wrap.
Oh, you did tell me about it. Yes.
Yeah. So it's Hohi's new one. It's 3 colors. I don't want to do the same as you did for Exploration Station, but I love those colorways. But I kind of want to create a new colorway for it.
Okay. I was going to say, feel free. Don't feel.
It's more because I love to be able to use our yarns and see it in different ways, and that would be redundant. But this is a lot like her mystery knit along she did, which I forgot the name of it.
Oh,
starting point. But it kind of like was 2 pieces that went like this. But anyways, I always liked it afterwards, but I thought, oh, that's just a lot of knitting. It's beautiful, but it's a lot of knitting. This is no different. It's a lot of knitting, but there are lace sections.
And it's fingering weight yarn, right?
Fingering weight, and I believe the lace sections will make it fly.
I think you might be right. See, to me, it looks so beautiful, but I'm so bad at lace. Not bad. I don't have the patience for it, I guess.
It's definitely like not mindless, although quite often it goes to mindless once you get the pattern in your head, and if you can read your knitting, it can go to mindless. I'm dying to cast it on.
Do it. Well, you need the yarn first.
I need yarn. I need to really make up my mind what I want to use for yarn. It's terrible because once, like, now that I have this and your green one, I could do everything in these color combinations because they're my colors.
I know. They really
not my meaning I designed them. They're my color palette.
That you tend to lean towards.
Yeah. So I kind of want to start that.
I'm trying to think of what you could do for that. I feel like you could almost do like maybe like blues.
I am tempted. Maybe jump in jellyfish.
Ooh.
Maybe jump in jellyfish with some solids and like then one of our neutrals.
I love
like parchment.
Yes. Oh, I can't wait to see what you pick out.
Me either. Darn it. I'm gonna want to dye that today.
Do it, whatever.
So bad.
So what else? I mean, I don't have any more knitting. So if you have knitting, go to town. I just have like things that I want, like yarn and products that we've talked about.
I don't think I have any other knitting. I had the slipper sock I finished. This I finished, and then this. I think that's it.
Which is a lot.
It is a lot. Honest to God, I don't know how it happens.
I don't know, but
I don't.
I feel like for me, it's more motivating because we're using our yarn. So like to see how it like comes to life, it's so cool because like you said, we haven't done it before, and it's been over a year that we've had this business, and it's
well over a year. We're almost to 2 years. 2 years in July. No.
Yeah.
2
What?
2. Could it be 3?
I don't know. I'll go check. I want to say it's 2, but I'll check.
It was July. I know that. It wasn't last July. It was, yeah, I think we're on 2.
It has to be 2 because I remember when we announced it, you were up here visiting and we podcasted.
Yes.
I think.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. So
yeah, that part is very motivating to like see how things come out. And
so exciting. It is totally a different knit when you knit with your own.
Yeah.
It's totally different. I still enjoy other people's a lot because when it's your own, sometimes you go, yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, totally.
It's all right. It's no big deal. But when it all comes together, that's when you go, oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing. So should we talk about a couple acquisitions that we've
got?
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I have to look up one. You start.
Well, first, I wanted to show it's so funny because it's our yarn again, but I consider it an acquisition because I was in love with it, and Jake brought it up for me to start knitting with. This is our lemongrass colorway, and I love it because I am such a fan of mustard yellows, and paired with the green, I think it's just so pretty.
I do love that colorway. It is funny because when you dye yarn, it's like, God, I want that. Because to me, it's a whole different realm. And it's like, so I totally get that.
Yeah, so it's the exact same thing. Every time you dye yarn, I'm like, oh, now I need that too.
I know.
Yeah, and you dyed for me in the Cozy Toes base, which, again, our cashmere base is both of our favorites.
I'm telling you, for shawls, I'm sorry, but I'm on Instagram trying to find the name of this one of our bag makers.
Oh.
And I see the post of Benjamin with Mila in her bed carrying her.
Oh my God. Oh, he posted.
I'm like, what is this?
He posted it?
He posted it. It's hysterical.
I'll have to go and look. But yeah, it's so funny, that video.
So funny.
Okay, well, I'm going to use one of the products that you sent up. And you've talked about these previously, but I hadn't gotten my hands on it before this weekend.
Oh, yes.
It is my Wool & Co. hand salve. I think that's what it's called, right? Hand salve.
Yes. Which one did I give? Oh, I gave you the muscle one.
The warmth. And it's so weird. I feel like I'm addicted to it. I love it.
That is so funny. And what about it do you love? Because I have not cracked into mine yet.
Well, I love that it is hydrating without sitting on top of your skin, which a lot of the lanolin bar do that too. But I think the nail in the coffin for me is this, whatever she uses to scent it, or it's probably just all the natural things that she uses. And it isn't even a traditional smell for me. So this one has arnica, comfrey, clove, and chili. It's such a unique smell. I'm obsessed.
Mine has lavender, chamomile, rose, and calendula.
So you have a light florally scent.
It's heaven.
Yeah.
And you know what's interesting is when it comes right off. It's not like,
yeah, it's not a bar.
Hard.
Yeah.
It's very soft. Oh my gosh. See, these are the things I put away. I know the must. Oh my gosh, you're going to want mine.
No, I'm just going to buy more because Must Love Yarn carries.
Must Love Yarn carries them, which made me so happy. And did I give you a bar soap or wool wash?
You gave me wool wash, but it is in bar form. And I can't wait. I'm going to block my exploration station with this.
I have soap and wool wash.
Love. What is your? It is white tea and ginger, and I smelled it. I haven't used it yet, but it's amazing.
You're right about this. Holy cow!
Isn't it amazing?
Yes, and she sent us. It was such a generous package, and it's funny. I put it aside because I wanted to share it with you. And I didn't know who would want what, so I didn't touch it. And oh my goodness,
it's not at all the same as the Lavishay bars
or Lolo. It's a very different feel.
Yes, it's because, like you said, it's not a bar. It's actual I think it's salve that they say, and you just take a little bit out, you put it and you rub it.
Infused hand salve. Wool & Co., Seattle, Washington.
Yeah.
It's funny. I know we've talked about it before, but I feel like now we can give it a better review.
Mm-hmm. And I haven't used a wool wash yet, but when I do, I'll be sure to talk more about it. But when
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, when I first dug into this, and it took me a few, I didn't want to just review it off of the first use, so I've been using it all weekend. Truly feel like I'm addicted to it. The smell, just
Well, and how lucky are we that our local yarn shop carries it?
I know. I think that might have been last week. It was their product of the week.
Yes, yes, you're right. I did see that. You know what? It's so interesting. The wool wash in a bar form. I've never used it. And I have a Tufts woolen one and I have this one.
This is, yeah.
I'm so used to just glug, glug, glug with either, I forget which, I have Soak right now and I have another one that we used to always get and I can't remember the name.
I'm totally out of it. But yes, I know what you're talking about. It's
Yeah.
green.
Which, yes. And I've always really, really enjoyed it. And I've always been overwhelmed by bars because I don't know how to use them. But I'm assuming you just lather them up.
Yep.
And put
it actually has instructions on the back.
Oh,
because I was thinking the same thing. Like, I don't know how to use this, but it smells so good.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Lukewarm went gently. Oh, now I want to use it. I'll use it on this one.
Yeah.
And then we'll give it, and you'll use it on your exploration station, and then we'll give it a really good review. I am melting.
Are you? I was melting during the first half when we were recording, and I almost didn't put this back on, but now I'm cold.
Yeah. So yeah. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited about that.
Isn't it so awesome?
So excited.
So yeah, that was one of the things that I wanted to talk about because she has a customer.
I have this really weird thing where I always feel like I have to finish one before I start one. And I think that was another piece of it because I have these two and I enjoy them both. I enjoy them both. I really do. And I feel like, oh, I should use them up before I go. Now, nope, these are going in the drawer and that one's coming out. Sorry. Even though these are lovely.
Rotate them around.
Yeah. You know me, I'm not good at that.
Oh, that's all right.
Well, the way I will rotate them is because I won't be able to find it.
Right.
On my desk. And I'll be like, darn, I'll go to the other one.
Gosh. Awesome. So yeah, those are two of the products that I want. Do you want to talk about the bags that you for us?
Okay, yes. Do you have yours?
I do. I'm just putting that away.
I am obsessed.
Me too.
Madder Root.
We're so obsessed, in fact, that we ordered more already.
More. So the thing that is amazing about these is I'm doing it this way. I don't know if it's true or not. You roll them down and then you clip them. And that is how I hold it.
So like roll.
Clip. Is because you said you have some of these for your bike.
Yep.
Is that how you do them?
This is how our panniers work too.
Yeah. And look at that.
Yeah.
Or you could either go back. I don't know. It's what I do.
It's amazing.
I am obsessed. I've been watching their website. They have them at the New England Sheep and Wool Festival. Was the main reason I wanted to go last year, and I was too lazy to get in the car and go.
Oh my! I see, and I had never even heard of them before you told me.
I saw them there years ago and fell in love with them, and I wanted to buy them, but I was super cheap. I'm a super cheap person, I have to say, and that was before we had the business, and I would rather buy yarn, or I would buy these over yarn any day. It's like a sweatshirty material almost.
It's almost impossible to describe, but you can kind of tell the texture of it through the inside lining.
Yeah.
It's like a woven.
It's
not woven though.
No, it feels like a sweatshirt that isn't super soft. It's
like oh gosh. Like Cape Cod sweatshirts where
yes.
Inside they're just like this. It's really hard to. If anybody knows what I mean by Cape Cod sweatshirt, that's what this kind of feels like.
Well, and I feel like on their website, I'm sure they tell you what it's made of, but it has a box bottom. It's big. It's been holding my shawl. But then we went on and got more, and you got.
I got the. Was it deluxe something?
They're called Trundle bags,
yes.
In case anyone's wondering. Trundle bags. I think you got the deluxe large Trundle bag, which because you wanted one to put around your shoulder and be able to knit from, and that's what it does. I have a feeling down the road I'll probably get one of those, but I really want to try yours when it comes to see. I love that, but would I use it that way? I'm not sure.
And see, for me, it makes a little more like walking down to Church Street, like just having it around my waist and throwing my wallet in there. And
Yep. I could see you using it a lot more. And then I got another one this size with, I don't even remember what it had on it.
was it the fern?
Maybe the fern. And it's interesting. These were the only ones available when I ordered. And I was like, I don't really want the dark. I wanted something different. I'm in heaven.
Oh, me too.
You throw it anywhere. If you have animals, though, that shed, it would be an issue. It would be covered.
True.
We don't have that. Isabell is not a shedder, and Romo's not a shedder. I love these.
Yeah, they're gorgeous.
Love it. Okay, the other thing, which Chelsea doesn't have hers yet, and oh my gosh, they're gorgeous. So, and Chelsea will write this in the down bar.
Mm-hmm.
It is Nanette Wake Studio. She has a shop on Etsy. I know people have been buying her bags like crazy. They are woven. So she weaves the fabric and then makes the bags.
So, which is so much work. Like I
don't know how she does it for the price she does it at. It's amazing. Beautiful batik inside, drawstring. And I know I've seen this other places. The drawstring's a little tight at the moment, but I know it's going to soften up. Mm-hmm. It's another really nice size bag. Oh. I can't believe she weaves the fabric. It's so pretty. Mm-hmm. So this one is mine, and this one is Chelsea's.
I'm so excited.
I love it.
Yeah.
I also feel like it's a super sturdy go to the beach bag. I really do. Go to the lake with your knitting.
That's exactly what I was thinking too. Like when I have a project that I want to bring to the lake, I'll just bring.
Yeah, it's super sturdy. So, oh my gosh, I love them. Nanette, I'm sure she doesn't even know who we are, but your bags are beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I love the pattern.
I can't even imagine how she does that.
No, and look, each one of them has their own little pattern.
So they're beautiful.
Makes me want to get my Heddle Ridge loom that's never been used out.
Someday.
Never been used. Never.
You know, someday you're going to discover it and it's going to be all over.
I know. It will be all over. That's the problem because I want to make linen kitchen towels.
Ooh, I like
Isn't that weird? Like, you know how we are with kitchen towels.
Oh, yeah. We're the same way. Ours have like holes in them.
Mine have dye all over them. I use them like they're rags. Okay, and then Chelsea got these for us. I haven't even opened mine.
I have. They're so big. Oh, yes. Mine is already on my fringe porter bin.
I love the ladies of Espace Tricot. I love those ladies. I really, really do. They are top notch. Everything they do is top notch.
They wrote us such a nice little note too, and yeah, it was really fun ordering from them. And we're actually going to be placing another order after we're done here.
Yes, we are. Oh my gosh, I haven't even opened this.
You're going to die. You're not going to die, but you're going to be very excited. So these are the Isabell B. It's the DPN holder that she or they make.
Somebody, I think they contract someone to make them.
Oh, cool. So, oh wait. Oh, so it has to go this way.
There's no words.
I know. So I had actually talked about this on one of my Sunday shorties, asking people for recommendations on how to store needles and et cetera, et cetera. And a lot of people recommended the Isabell B needle holders, organizers. So they were one that I researched. There were a whole slew of others, but I ended up landing on these. And because Espace Tricot carried them, we were like, well, this is a no-brainer. We'll just order from our friends up there. Hopefully we're their friends. We think
I call them friends. Sorry, we're your friends.
Yeah, you're forced into our friendship. So we ordered this. The fabric is lovely and timeless. I love the fabric. You can kind of see what size. So the needle sizes aren't on here, but you can tell by the size of the pocket. So they slowly go up. So like way over here, the pockets are a little bit smaller, and as you move over, they get bigger. And there's 2 levels that you can take advantage of. I think these are probably for longer ones. These are for shorter ones.
I wonder, you could even put your straights up there. Not that I have many straights, but my signature straights.
Definitely.
I love them.
And then another cool little feature. So there's a Velcro closure on the outside here, so that you can really like roll it and close it.
Love it.
Also 2 little pockets. So you have the opening right here, and then Velcro pockets in which you can keep, whatever, your hand salve or your...
They have Velcro on them.
Yeah.
I love Velcro.
Good Velcro. There are 2 of them. So you can really, or like, I don't know, what else could you keep? You could keep anything in here.
Anything. Your cell phone, if you are out and about.
Totally. If you, yeah, actually it probably would fit. So yeah, this was, it was a splurge purchase for sure. Like they're a little bit pricey.
You are paying for the quality. They're okay. So it's Isabell B.
Yep.
And oh my!
I believe Pistachio still had some in stock. I don't know how many they had in stock, but I know we didn't sell them. I don't think we.
And we are also going to get. So do you think it's intended to roll like that?
I would assume so, because what else would the Velcro be for?
Yeah. We are going to get the circular sock one. Yeah. Circular needle one.
Yeah.
And we're so excited about it. So, okay, let's talk about it. This is step 1 for organization of my office.
Yes.
I wish you could come home and do it for me. Just this.
Oh, well, I'm going to be home for Easter, but I don't know how much time we'll have.
I know. We're not going to have time.
I can do
it.
I can try.
So what my dream is that I have all these drawers around me that are I have like a built-in desk area with drawers. And my dream is to have this in a drawer. I would show you the drawer if I was on my phone, but I'm not going to. And then to get the circular needle one and have these 2 in the drawer, and that's it. I think instead of this clump of circular needles, which block your ears, I'm going to throw away.
I've encouraged it since day 1. They're okay, but let's tell them they're like decades old.
They are, you're right. They are Addy. A lot of them are Addy, just Addies. Mm-hmm. And they're a mess. They're just a mess. I don't even like to use them. So I think I'm going to close my eyes, stick my hand in it. It will all come out in one. Okay, I'm going to show you.
Oh, because you're going to pick it up. I love it. He has the hiccups right now. It's so bad.
It's so bad. There's a phone charger. Look at that. Now, I will take out, there's a few Knitter's Pride's.
Carbons?
Oh. No. Oh, yeah, those I'll take out. The regular ones. Look at this.
Yeah.
That's hysterical. And there's more that didn't come out. And I just got the drawer. I don't care.
I can understand why it's going in the garbage and not feel like, oh my God.
It's a mess. It's a mess.
And the needles themselves are really in bad
shape.
The cords are kinked, they're dented, they're bent. They're not needles that we could give to anybody.
No, they're a mess.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get all of my straights and put them in here. I have to determine whether or not I'm going to keep my clover straights, which are the old bamboo, which I don't like at all.
Yeah.
But they're good for an emergency. But again, I feel like I'm going to go to my local yarn shop and start rebuilding.
I think it's smart.
I want this filled with zings.
Mm-hmm. Well, because you have always said, because you've always been a working artist, quality materials make a huge difference in the process and the result.
They're so important. And I cringe when people aren't willing to spend money. And honestly, hayas are so inexpensive.
like they're just as affordable as any. Well, maybe not Clovers, but
I would say they're cheap.
yeah,
Like, and they are such great needles. So I'm gonna get all the Hayas and maybe even, oh, this is so bad, maybe even the Zings.
yeah,
Every size, put them in here. Everything else goes.
yeah.
It goes.
I
And then we're gonna get the circular one. Order that today, and it's heavenly.
hmm
Again, I feel like this is such a treat yourself podcast this time because I don't know, like this to me is so worth it.
totally. Well, and for anybody that watches the podcast regularly, you guys know we don't really buy things all that often. So when we do, we kind of like to just make sure it's quality. And I'm kind of like that in general with like,
Yeah.
if I'm gonna.
We're not big consumers. I have to say, we're really, really not.
Mhm.
My biggest downfall is anything that is fiber related that I want to use. I tend to splurge. But other than that, I'm not one that goes shopping. Having said that, I'm pretty sure I'm going to TJ Maxx this afternoon. Not TJ Maxx, Home Goods, because I need some spring for the house because we are hosting Easter and I would like the house to look really springy. That is and I'm saying this out loud, I probably won't go, but I want to.
See, that's the thing is like, we're not consumers because we're lazy
Lazy.
and we'd rather be knitting.
Exactly. That is my problem. I would always rather be knitting or stitching or quilting is not really a thing I do too well, but I'd love to be quilting. Rug hooking, like to me to be out and about is a waste of my time.
I totally agree. Because especially like when we actually end up going to the store, we look at each other, we're like, oh, I don't want anything. Like,
Let's go home.
yeah. It's like all the advertising drove us to the store and then we're like, there's nothing here that we want.
Yeah, and I just do feel like I want the house to look super springy. It could be because of the impending storm. Are you getting the storm?
They're not calling it a storm up here. They're saying 6 inches.
Oh yeah, you live in a different world. So that's your winter warnings and watches are different than ours.
Yeah, for us it's like if you're getting 2 feet, that would
Then it's a storm. Yeah. Yeah, we're getting between 6 and 14.
that
Depend because we're always right on the line.
yeah. And see for us for us the lake always skews things because we don't typically get as much as the rest of the state does.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And it's funny because if you live in Burlington, no matter where, you practically live on the lake.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
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 It's so funny because there's something, I'm going totally off topic, but every time I enter, I get off the highway and I go down the hill.
Yeah.
And that lake is just, it just blows my mind every single time. It's like, oh my God, there's the lake. Every single time it's like, there's the lake.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it would disappear for this trip.
Yeah. Like, oh, it's still here. Look.
It's still here, the lake. Did you see the lake? It's like, yep, it's there every time.
It's so funny you say that because every single morning when Justin and I would drive to work, he'd be like, look at the lake. Look at it. How does it look out there? And I'd be it's there. There's water.
He probably does lake reports like Dad does weather reports.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, snow. Ugh.
Yeah. So, oh my gosh. Again, we are not purchasers and we had 3 great things come this week.
Their quality. If you have a little cash squirreled away and you are looking for something to treat yourself, any one of those purchases we recommend.
Love. Little Miss Izzy's trying to get up with Jacob. So yeah,
What are you watching lately?
oh my gosh, I started
Looming Towers.
Looming Towers. We only watched 1 episode. I really liked it.
I need to go back and watch.
We're watching The Path.
Yes.
I should say we're watching The Path. We're watching Homeland and we're watching The Walking Dead. I didn't see last night's episode.
We don't have it live. But I think we have the AMC app on Apple TV, so I actually might do that today to get in and see if we have access to the most recent season and then maybe this. I wonder if they have it on Hulu. I doubt it.
Ooh, I don't know. it's time in my eyes for it to end. Like I feel like I'm just kind of like I want it to end.
But now, don't the graphic novels go on for a very long time?
I think so, and I'm not sure if they're gonna. I don't know. I started reading the graphic novels. I have 6. I read 1. I should read them. They're a little hard on my eyes because they're small.
Yeah.
They're small little panels that you read. It's very enjoyable. I just feel like okay, let's wrap it up because it feels. But the first episode was so sad. The second episode, pretty sad too.
And see, so for everyone out there, I just caught up. I think I just finished the 7th season, right? Is that so? They must be on season
8.
They're on season 8, right? So did they just have a break?
I don't know.
Or is this either way? So I just finished the one where they what's the guy's name? Jeffrey Dean Morgan, but what?
Oh, Negan.
Negan. So I just finished the whole Negan season, and that to me was crushing.
That was gut wrenching, and I really needed a huge break. I felt like they pushed it way too far with him. For me, it was just whoa! You just crossed a big boundary for me. It's just too much. It's too much to take in for me. But it's really interesting. I think it was the second one of this new comeback because you know how they do half seasons.
But
I think that's where it gets confusing. The comeback from this last half season, the second episode with Negan is quite interesting.
I've got to get onto Apple TV and see because I am like so like I think about it frequently. Like I want to see what's going on.
Yes, and it's so interesting. And I think I talked about this one of the first times when Negan came on. I think it was the beginning of the season you just watched, 7. I think it was the first episode. Then they had this thing in the park where everyone was there somewhere in LA, and it was filmed, and all of the cast came out, and I thought, wow, Negan people are going to hate when he walks out. They are going to boo him off that stage. It was so horrific. Like, there's no way. And I had like arrows in my daggers in my eyes. And then he came out and he was the warmest human being. He like hugged everyone, and I melted. I was like, oh God, I love him.
Oh, as an actor, like as a human, I think he's a really good human. And
I do too. And the way he interacted with everyone, he was just this warm, and that's probably the best word. Like just this warm human being that just like, I was just like glued to him. And I thought, well, I won't say what he just did, but most people know what he just did. And I'm feeling this way. So he is a darn good actor.
I was just going to say it speaks volumes to the amount of talent that he has because
yes, it is such a difficult show to watch, and it has nothing. Well, this past one, it was really bad when it came to the zombies. But really, 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 it has nothing to do with the zombies. It's all relationships and the psychology behind it.
Yes, exactly. Even when you go back, maybe she wants to see everybody.
She wants to see everyone.
Looks a little sleepy. Come here, sweet girl. Hi. Say, show me the.
Oh, Miss Lily. Hello. Lily P.
With the cameo. Okay.
Oh, she's such a sweetie.
What was I gonna say? So, darn it, what was I gonna say? Oh, but if you think back, like it's never been about the zombies.
No.
Not even since day one.
No. And I think it gets a bad rap for that. Like people are like, oh, I can't watch that. It's so interesting to watch. Yeah. It really, she's like, I'm kind of still tired, Mom.
I think she's exhausted. That's why she's crying. She's like, I really want to go to sleep, but I won't sleep on anybody but you. Oh, so you just want to sleep. I know, sweetie pea.
I want to sleep with you. So, yeah. So I'm watching a lot of good series TV. Homeland is fantastic this year.
Huh. See, I kind of fell off with that one, but I used to watch it. It was good.
Yes. I also just finished Abstentia on Prime.
You finished it?
Well, I finished it about a week ago, maybe even longer, but it was quite compelling.
My gosh, I have to go. I just want to sleep with Mom.
Oh.
I have to go back and start, like, not restart, but like keep going with that one. I am such a television competition live show. So, The Voice.
Are you watching it? I really do enjoy those shows, but I get super bored. Like I get antsy when I watch them.
See, that's why I love them, because I don't really have to watch them. I just have to listen, and I can knit, and I can be cooking, and I like that. I think that's why I really like it.
Yes, I get that. I get that.
And then American Idol is being revived. The first episode. I know. I haven't watched it yet. I'm see if they'll have it on Hulu.
We did watch it. I do like Dad loves those kind of shows. I don't know why. I think it's the mindless piece of it too. I don't know. There's something about American Idol that I'm kind of done with that.
Well, the thing is they really ended the chapter, and then now they're trying to revive it, and it just, I don't know.
I did not even know they ended it. I thought it was still going, and I wasn't watching it. I will say I love Katy Perry though, and she's on.
Now, so you said you did watch it?
I only saw like 10 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, I like her too. I don't know much about the other. I mean, Lionel Richie is Lionel Richie.
Yeah.
And I don't know who the country singer is. That's the other judge, but
yeah, I don't know who it is either. I just knew he was country, and we're not big country. It's not even that I don't like it. I know nothing about it.
Right. Oh, that's the same thing. Like when Justin and I first started dating, he loved country, and I did not like it. I just didn't know it, and then we just played it all the time, and now I'm like, I enjoy country.
Yeah. Dad, I have to say, does not like it.
Yeah, it's not for everybody. There are definitely strong opinions.
Yeah, I think I could love it.
Yeah.
It's just, I'm not a big music girl.
That's all right.
I wish I was.
That's okay.
So, yeah, so that's what I've been doing.
Nice.
Yeah, so I feel like, okay, remember I wrote things down?
Yeah.
So what is coming up? There's two things that I want to talk about as opportunities to get our yarn if you live in the area. The New Jersey Wool Walk, the lovely Paige the Framer, is having a trunk show of our yarn. Now, I think I already spoke about it. We are not able to be there, but our yarn will be there. And that is coming up mid-April, I believe.
Okay.
Oh, she's like, she just wants her grandma.
She's sleepy. Let's see if we can do this. How's this? All right.
Last thing, because then we need Lily to have her time. The Must Love Yarn ladies are doing a shorty sock along. I don't know any of the details. I'm not sure they firmed them up, but they had seen our shorties, and Angela had said, would you send us some kits to do a shorty along? So I have kits going to them. So watch their feed to join that knit along, because I think they have the best knit alongs.
They really do.
And they have so many. I don't know how they do it. I think Angela loves them.
See, and I wish I loved them. I respect them, and I love watching them and watching people. Like, I just am not organized enough because I'm like so involved in my own.
Well, and the minute I say I'm going to do it, I get so excited about it. Like, oh, and then I start, and then I get bored.
Yeah, I know.
It's bad.
You. Hey.
Miss Lily P. We must go and let her have her morning.
Yes.
With her mom. She's like, Mom, this is our time.
Yeah, she's like, come on. All right.
Come on, Mom, this is my time. Miss Lily P, you're like, I really want to sleep. Aw, little girl.
Oh.
All right. You can't do needles up, but I can be.
Sounds good. Perfect. All right, everybody. Thank you for spending some time with us. And yeah, have a great week. Hopefully we'll be seeing you again soon.
We'll be back in a couple weeks, probably.
And until then, needles up.
Needles up. Babies up.
All right. Bye, everybody.
All right. Bye, guys.